Now, more rain is expected in parts of Mozambique this week as the country continues to deal with the aftermath of deadly floods. There are towns and villages in the Gaza province that have been completely cut off, and it's making access there difficult. One of them is Chokwe. That's where Ekurhuleni MMC Andile Mngwevu and 3 others disappeared when the vehicle they were traveling in was swept away by the floods. Malungelo Booi is live for us from Maputo. Malungelo, good morning. Just talk to us about developments in the search for the MMC, but also the impact of this water. Again, it's not a situation that is brand new to the citizens of Mozambique, tragically. What's the latest from your perspective?
Hi there, Iman. As you rightfully said, we're currently in Maputo, and the reason for that is that we can't reach the many areas that have been affected by floods in this country, as you rightfully indicated. The Gaza province, that's where the town of Chokwe, where the MMC and 3 others were swept away over the last weekend by those raging floods. We have been told, Iman, that in many areas that have been hit by these floods is that they've been completely washed away. Towns have been completely wiped out. In fact, the only way humanitarian organizations and government officials can access those areas is through by air, because the road infrastructure is gone, and in some situations there's still water. In fact, yesterday when we were attempting to go to a town that's closer to Chokwe, that was going to be our vantage point, we literally had to stop because the road was completely covered by water. But we were seeing people risking their lives, trying to cross to their homes, saying that they can't sleep on the other side, they have to go back home. And they're saying that the situation is getting dire every day because of the situation. We know that the South African National Defence Force, Iman, is also here in Mozambique. In fact, we saw them flying over in one of the communities that we visited yesterday. They are part of the search and rescue team that has been deployed to this country to assist, to deal with the situation, but also to help find the MMC. I think, Iman, it's actually quite important for people at home to understand that there's about, 21,000 South Africans that are domiciled here in Mozambique. That means those South Africans call this country their home, and so they will then be affected by these floods. There's about, over 300 South African businesses that operate here. I was talking to the international relations spokesperson, Crispin Piri, yesterday, asking whether are there any other South Africans that they know are in distress or need help from South Africa, from the South African government. He was saying that they were still waiting for a full report from the South African embassy on the situation on the ground in terms of South Africans that may be in distress. As things stand, Iman, the situation here in Mozambique, especially in areas that have been heavily affected by these floods, is extraordinary and desperate.
Malungelo Booi, again, we've seen those harrowing visuals. Thank you for the updates there.